Here's a short patch preview thingy. I'm not really I don't have my camera set up or anything. It's like 5 a.m., but I figured I might as well put this out. Um, I'm just gonna go through the changes. Should only be like 5 minutes. I'm gonna try to keep it real short. Um, Bard gaining 6 attack damage, 4 armor, whole lot less cooldown in this shit. League actually patched. Um, Yeah, his abilities gaining some damage, some ability power. These aren't as big as the changes I thought they were doing. I thought they were going to like a whole list of things. I mean, this is still, big buff, big buff, big buff, big buff. But whatever. Blitzcrank, I feel like he's getting nerfed. I don't really care what you say. I think this is actually a pretty big nerf. I think at the very least they could have reduced the cooldown or something. I don't know. Um, I guess their idea was, no longer have that 32% movement speed, permanent over 8 seconds running around. Give him 90% so he can quick get into position, high yellow skill cap, maybe make it more playable competitively, but reduce his low yellow win rate. I guess that's their idea. I don't agree with it or disagree with it. I'm sort of ambivalent because I'm kind of after what 5, 6 years, I'm kind of blitzcranked out at this point. It's like maybe they should have just left him in the shit tier back in 2011 before they buffed him. Um, this is worthless. I mean, I don't know. Maybe Smite top Darius is gonna make a comeback. I mean, I could. I don't know. It's like this. None of this matters. Um, I think considering they nerfed her in the last patch, that this is kind of like, hey, sorry we nerfed you. Here's some 10 damage. It's not really wowing me exactly, but I'm actually gonna look up. No, I'm not gonna look up her win rate. It's probably I'm just guessing in my. I'm gonna look it up because I'm gonna guess 42%, 42%, 43%. Yeah, so it's like, sorry we nerfed you, Evelyn. They're removing AD Fizz. They're not exactly making AP Fizz viable. They're just removing AD Fizz, which is probably for the best. It was kind of getting tiring that every time I tried to play a tank or my opponent tried to play a tank, I could just be like, Fizz, motherfucker. um, I think Garen missed his opportunity to be viable. When everybody was playing Assassin's top and Mage's top, I thought Garen had like I thought this change was gonna make him viable, but now that Smite Top is like really hot right now, it's like Garen doesn't really do good against tanks at all. In fact, I would say he does bad against tanks. So, I mean, this is a nerf, and they're not nerfing his late game, which is nice. He's gonna continue to be an anti-carry. That's good. Um, these changes might not look like much, but when you're talking about 2 1/4 health every 5 seconds, um, there's 12 5 seconds in a minute. So you're looking at, I'm gonna wager 25 health. Let's just cut it, yeah, 25 health. 25 health a minute, 12 mana a minute. So let's say you lane, the first lane you go through, you just do a quick 5 minutes. That means he's got 125. Let's cut that to 130. I think that's a better round. So I have about 130 less health in the final all in, and 60 less mana. You know, it chops up his laning phase a bit. It's okay. This is actually a pretty large buff, but I think Kassadin is still in the shitter right now. Yeah, that's like way in the shitter. Considering how harshly they nerfed him, last patch was a really big buff for him. This patch is a really big buff for him. Um, I don't think it's gonna be enough, to be honest. because it's still too long for you to use it like as a ganking mechanic. Like you can't go ganking with Cassidy yet, and that's really where his strength was. The ability to like just be like, haha, I'm Cassidy, motherfucker. Um, this is probably deserved, but it really frustrates me. It's coming at a time when everybody's playing Smite tops, and Maokai can't do Smite top because he's choosing that. But whatever. They're giving Morgana a better auto attack. I think Morgana might be banned tier after this. I know she's saying what a dumb change to make somebody banned tier, but it's like she's got a really bad auto attack. And she was already competitively viable. So now you take a champion who had a really bad auto attack and a really good it'd be like if they gave Vladimir a really good auto attack, you know? It'd be like here's this champion who's I'm not gonna say balanced and getting less gold, but yes, Vladimir is balanced and getting less gold because his auto attack will make him his CS. This is kind of like the Blitzcrank change. It's like, can we just leave Nidalee shit tier for a while? Until Riot gets their shit together and decides what they want to do with the champion. Just leave her in shit tier for a little bit. This change probably should have happened, I want to say 4 years ago. Back when people realized this is how it works. I don't agree with it, but I think it has to be done. Rek'Sai is too strong of a jungler. Um, yeah, I don't even know like what I would do. Oh shit, my donations are on the wrong thing. Whatever, I'm not doing this whole thing again. Smite Top's really popular. Shen's getting buffed. It's kind of a small buff, but it is a buff, and I think this is gonna change things. I have been noticing I'm always like, oh shit, if I only had it 10 seconds earlier. Well, 10 seconds earlier. This was annoying me. I kept doing the math, and I'm like, this is not the math. And everybody's like, oh, but it is the math. I'm like, no, it's not the math. Do the math. So I'm glad. Again, this should have been like 5 years ago. Buffing Tristana when she's already a competitively viable champion. Bad idea. Yeah, this probably should have happened. In fact, if we're being honest, the problem with Cinderhulk boils down to this. Even with this change, it is still cheaper, more powerful Sunfire. Compare that to the other ability power items. The mage item is not better than Morellonomicon. It's actually weaker than Morellonomicon. The AD item is weaker than Black Cleaver. The magic damage item is dumb because Riot keeps trying to push on hit infinitely scaling through the jungle, which, okay. Effectively, until Cinderhulk is weaker than Sunfire, noticeably weaker, I think we're going to continue to see Smite Top. Not that that's a bad thing. I'm actually enjoying the Smite Top meta. It's a nice return to pace where it's not everybody can instantly annihilate everybody else. So the jungler, whichever jungler comes top wins because the opponent can just die in one combo because everybody's playing Riven versus Aurelia versus an atomic nuke. I mean, this is kind of like, was this really affecting the game? That's kind of my opinion. It's like, was it really affecting the game? This change, I don't even. I'm like actually at a loss because I really can't understand any rioter who is getting paid to do bounds. Like they're getting money for this. This would be like if somebody hired me to do security to guard diamonds, and they're like, all your job is to guard these diamonds. And I was like, well, what if we just throw the diamonds into the street? And they were like, how are you gonna guard the diamonds if they're in the street? I'm like, guard the diamonds? Oh fuck, is that what you're paying me for? It's like this. It's like the balance dude was like, what if we just make Gromp buff 10% bonus health? Somebody comes in like, you're supposed to be doing balance. The team was like, oh fuck, we're the balance team? I thought we were just the Freakazoid team. Oh shit, yeah, we should nerf that down to 5%. um, yeah, I mean, this is actually kind of neat. That's it. This is the dumbest skin. Honestly. And you know what incredibly weirds me out? Is they clearly have this skin to be like, this is not a sexualized skin. And then the art is like, well, we can kind of be a little bit sexualized, can't we? And then you look in game, and it's like, dude, it's one of the most fugly skins I've ever seen. They took trying to not be sexualized to an extreme. It's not even like, what's the way to put this? It's not even done in like an aesthetically pleasing way. It's not like, hey, we're not sexualized, but she's still like aesthetic. No, it's actually like a really ugly skin, I feel. Like I actually don't like it. I look at that and I'm like, wow, I hope nobody plays that skin because that is terrible. Um, I don't know. It's dumb as shit. I mean, if they're okay, my opinion, if they're gonna make a champion non-competitive intentionally because they don't think that the championship is, if he's going to intentionally be non-competitive, they shouldn't be giving him skins because you're giving people the wrong idea. You're giving people the idea that hey, maybe he could be viable. When no, Riot is intentionally keeping him unviable. I don't know. I don't want to say scam, but yeah, it does kind of feel like a scam because like, hey guys, buy this skin for this really cool champion. Then they buy it, and Riot's like, ha ha, we're not letting him be viable. You lost all your money. Ha ha. But this skin was actually legitimately cool. Not cool in like, I think they should have gone like full rifle. I think if he was actually just running around with a rifle, that would have been bad as his shit. I mean, I know they didn't want to completely redo all the animations, but I really feel like it would have been bad as his shit if they just had Timo running around with a rifle. It would have just, I don't know, but what they have now is cool anyway. It could have been cooler, but what they have now is cool. I just think if they just had a champion and you bought this skin and you're just running around Summoner's Rift with a goddamn rifle, you know, on a champion. That's not, I'm not talking like, oh, Caitlyn's got a rifle. No, I'm not talking like, oh, Graves kind of has. I'm talking like they just give the dude an M16, like not fantasized at all, like not like oversized. No, he's just got a rifle and he's on the field with a rifle. Every other champion's got like this comical, like Graves is like his comical like double-barreled shotgun. Caitlyn has that ridiculously oversized sniper rifle. Misfortune has her double love guns. No, I'm talking Timo just enters the field with a goddamn rifle, and you're like, wow, that isn't funny or comical at all. He's just shooting people with a gun. He has a gun and he's shooting people. I don't know. Alright, that's all I got.